I once believed in painting every moment with a smile, thinking that constant happiness was the ultimate goal. It was during a particularly rainy April, under the weight of my mother's illness and the pressures of my job, that I learned an unexpected lesson: the value of sadness. In my circle, the mantra was always, "Stay positive. Everything will be fine." I found myself repeating these words, plastering a smile on my face, even as worry gnawed at me. But behind closed doors, the facade crumbled. I felt lost and alone. Yet I thought admitting my pain would make me a burden. Then, during one evening, everything changed. I was at a small coffee shop, pretending to work, but really just staring out the window at the pouring rain. A woman, probably in her 60s, noticed my distant gaze and took the seat across from me. "You look like you're carrying the world on your shoulders," she said, her voice gentle, yet strikingly observant. I was taken aback. "I'm just trying to stay positive," I replied mechanically. She smiled, but it was a smile filled with understanding, not the empty reassurances I was used to. "You know, it's okay not to be okay. Sometimes, trying to stay positive all the time is its own kind of prison." Her words hit me hard. We talked for hours, and she shared her own story of battling and accepting her husband's passing. She spoke of allowing herself to feel the full scope of her grief, which paradoxically led her to genuine healing. This conversation shifted something in me. I began to research the concept of toxic positivity, the rejection of negative emotions, and the insistence on maintaining a positive mindset, regardless of circumstances. It was eye-opening to see how this avoidance could hinder emotional health. Gradually, I allowed myself to feel sadness, to sit with it, to understand it. I cried for my mother's pain, for the overwhelming days at work, and for my own lost time in denying these feelings. Surprisingly, this acceptance did not sink me. Instead, it felt like I was finally beginning to swim after struggling against the current for so long. As I embraced my sadness, I found a deeper connection with friends and family. I shared my true feelings, and instead of pulling away, they drew closer, sharing their own struggles. We found strength in our shared vulnerability. Months later, reflecting on the journey, I realized that sadness had taught me resilience and empathy in ways false cheerfulness never could. It carved out spaces for growth and connection, making me a more complete person. Now, I see those rainy days as necessary. They are there to remind us that life is not about constant sunshine, but about learning to dance in the rain, acknowledging every part of our human experience. Sadness is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of being alive. It challenges us to find meaning in the midst of chaos and to forge genuine connections through shared truth. It teaches us that after every storm, there is clear sky, and sometimes you need the storm to appreciate the blue.